Oh, there we go. Yep, got it. All right. What's going on, world? It's your boy at Big Game James _36. This is Big Games B.S. Part of the Media Group, presented by MFTKFoundation.com. Tomorrow is the first of many book bag drives in Orlando. We will be at West Oaks Elementary School. I just thought about something. We didn't get not. I don't know if anybody's gonna show up. I just thought about it. Like, well, no, she said we had a good amount. We had like 150 that were pre-registered. So we'll see how things go with that. I'm a bad. I'm sorry. Sometimes you process things in real time, but we'll talk about that here in a second. Kai's first game is today. Shout out to the Stingrays. Park ball. I don't know who you ever seen a situation where something bad happens, you don't know exactly who to get mad at. But I'm going to read off to you guys, what's going on. Kai plays, and I think it's a running clock game. That's what preseason games are. 7U football, well, 8U football. Make sure I'm reading this. This is the Border Wars thing. I ain't really worried about all that. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. All right. So I got to get them to the game 1 to 2 hours early. Because I got to walk through and do all kinds of other stuff. It's at NFEI. Here is the issue. It cost $20 to get into the game each day
for a 7-year-old.
It's not, so it's easy for us to just look at it that way. It's for every team. So it's not like, when Mandarin plays Reigns this fall, which, man, we might be picking up Reigns high school streaming games. Y'all should keep that on the low. When Mandarin plays Reigns, I think it's like $10 to $12 or whatever to get into the game, right? And that's one time, but it's only 2 teams coming to that game, and you're gonna be there for a while, so like you handle it accordingly, right? Well, there's like, I think 60 teams coming to this tournament, so you don't know how many kids on each team. Parents are traveling. You don't know all of the particulars with it. You just know that this is what's going on, and so you got to be able to get it. Now, also, when you have this many people, you have to have more. You have to pay facilities. And you're talking about the event itself might cost $20,000 to run. So, like, I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt. I'm just gonna bitch and complain because I don't really feel like paying. Like, because imagine like if me, you, and Mama. Well, Trey's a player, so we wouldn't have to pay for that. But Trey's not playing in this game, so yeah. So Trey, Miss Renee, Gordon, Kelly, Sanaa, Vanny, Sky. I'm $200 in right now.
Yeah, just a person, just a group.
You know what? Capitalism. With capitalism comes opportunities. If I know I got that many people coming, they should let me either pay for I should be able to pay for field space. A bodega. Not a bodega. What do you call it? That thing? Like, yeah, like a VI. Like, just because now I'm thinking about it in different terms now. Thinking about it in terms of if I go to the club. If all of us are going to the club, right? We got to pay $20 at the door, right? Or I don't even know what it is at the door. But during that time, it's $10 to $20 at the door. We're gonna all drink, right? So, most of me and my friends, we all drink the same thing. What you drink? Because if you get they're gonna make you get 2 bottle minimum. You drink brown, you drink white. All right, cool. So let's just pool and that's gonna be $10. Then 20 years ago, Hennessy was $15. So if you're gonna drink 3 Hennessy's, that's $45 right there, right? So if $45 times, 10, that's $450 plus $200. Man, we might as well go ahead and buy a bottle and have a place to sit. Cause that's what I was thinking about. I want to go walk my run and I want to come back to my table and I want to chill. Yeah, if you don't even have, because most of us have our own thing right now. So like, go ahead and let me get that end zone, that corner end. Like you just have it 10 by 10 is what the average 10 is. Have it section off, right? And be like, go to section 1. And you know how many of these you've bought before you start everything. And then just just let it go like that. That's what I would be what my thought process is on that. I think it would be good. I think it would be great for the community and it would be great for your dollars. Because then you know what that doesn't account for? That's tickets already sold. You can do it for the whole weekend. Because again, if I'm going to, like, that's each day too, by the way. So they play Friday, Saturday, and then if you win, you get the opportunity to pay $25 on Championship Sunday. So it's a lot that goes into this, especially the teams that are coming from out of town. The youth sports is a racket. We have got to come. I don't blame Big Mike for it, who's hosting it. I don't really blame the tournament host as much as I blame the venues is the biggest cost. The insurance is the biggest cost. We have to figure out a way to make this cheaper for the Jets and the families. Because if I'm struggling and if I'm giving pause, I know the lady who can't afford her damn fees for the league fees is thinking about how much pussy she got to sell to be able to go watch her baby boy. And that's wild. So, but yeah, but on that note, I need a prayer because of what's going on with this. So let's start our show off with a word of prayer, the way we start each and every show off with.
You already know what time it is, dog. Thank you, God, for another day. Thank you, God, for another day. Thank you, God. God is great. All the time. All the time. Nobody wanna thank you, God. Thank you, God.
Yeah, man. You gotta thank y'all better thank God. But oh yeah, I say like so I met with Rain, man. If we pull off that Rain streaming deal, man, I think the CERN technology, like the third dimension, all that other stuff might really be coming in fruition though. Like, cause that's crazy just to like I did meet with them. If I can get 3 high schools, that would be a crazy development for what we got going. But some big stuff happening in the terms of sports media and journalism for the Den Media Group. But go ahead, Jaden, what we got to talk about today?
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another morning edition of Big Games BS here on Friday, July 17th. This is your first time at the show. Welcome. And if you're wondering why it's called Big Games BS, it's because we bring the good, the bad, and the BS of the sports world, especially football, to your screens, eyes, and ears. First things first, we have some MFTK stuff to get through. We have the annual community give back flyer we're going to be posting on the big screen. And then we're going to look at some high school football rankings before getting into our NCAA talk. The 2026 ACC kickoff happened, and we're going to be discussing some of the more notable stories throughout the ACC, as well as some other colleges, NIL earners, and programs as well. Before we get into our NFL segment, we're going to start with a fun Jaguars trivia question, then get into some lists, also get into some quarterbacks, some names, and free agents as well. Going to give you guys a FIFA World Cup final preview before we finish off the show with our Big Games BS section, where we like to bring the scope outside of the typical sports world. And we're going to finish off our show with our BS or Bussin' food review segment that I think a lot of you guys will enjoy on this Friday. But First things first, one more day until the Orlando Community Give Back Backpack giveaway. Now we have the 7th annual James Coleman Community Give Back Weekend kicking off tomorrow, Saturday, July 18th. But he's also going to be in Tallahassee and Jacksonville, Florida as well on July 25th and 26th, and on August 2nd and August 8th. James, how do people get the opportunity to donate, to volunteer, or just to simply add to this cause right here?
Very simple. Very easy. You can go to mftkfoundation.com/donate and you can donate a book bag or cash there. You can go to Cash App, MFTK36, or you can Zelle the numbers that are on there right now. Major shout outs to, we're about 5 bands short of what the goal is. This year still going to be a little bit smaller of a drive than what it normally has been. But I want to say shout out to ViStar Credit Union for donating school supplies. I want to say major shout out to Baptist for their donation. Major shout out to the Jacksonville poker room for their annual donation of that. Those are the people who have donated so far towards the cause. Really just need more people to step up if they would or if they could. And obviously I know everybody's a little bit tight this year, but there are some things like that, like we need about $1,500 to be able to provide the food in Tallahassee. So that's one of the costs that we got going on right now. And also major shout out to make sure I say my guy's name right, because he donated the actual school supplies for the drive. Him and his wife want to make sure. Damn, where is his name at? Oh, Eric Lee. Shout out to my guy Eric Lee for that for that donation. But we also do have some things too. August 6th, there's an FSU Seminole Club drive. Seminole Club, meeting. Jordan Travis will be there. Others will be there. We could like if you do donate to that or buy an extra, if you donate to our book bag drive and show them, they'll give you an extra raffle ticket to be able to do stuff too as well. So like major appreciations for those guys doing that. So yeah.
Let's look at some Max Preps 2026 high school football preseason top 25 rankings right here. We got it for you guys on the big screen. And let's go down this list because St. John Bosco comes in at number 1 on the preseason top 25 list, the third time in the past decade. And let's take a look at the rest of these squads right here. Bishop Gorman in Las Vegas, St. Thomas in Fort Lauderdale, St. Francis in Bmore, IMG, Santa Margarita, Buford in Georgia, Centennial in Corona, California, Mater Dei, Duncanville, Carroll City coming in at number 11, Baylor in Tennessee, Grayson in Georgia, Brentwood Academy in Tennessee, Basha, Arizona, American Heritage, Sierra Canyon, Allen in Allen, Texas, Hamilton in Arizona, Carrollton, Georgia, Hugh, North Carolina, Huff, Creekside, Georgia, Chandler, Arizona, Brownsburg, Indiana, 24, and lastly, Thompson in Alabama round out your 2026 preseason high school football top 25 schools according to Max Preps. James, a lot of people had something to say about Carroll City being in this number 11 spot. They have been getting a lot of bodies over there at Carroll City. That's been causing a major uproar, but Florida has 4 teams in this top 25 list, and Texas has 2 squads on that list. Any surprising schools on this list, James, that catches your eye?
At 21, everybody should remember that school. That's the linebacker, my guy Ryan Peterson, who we talked about on the show a couple weeks ago. That's the school he goes to. So shout out to MFTK being represented on that list. Creekside, I felt Creekside would be ranked higher than where they're at. But I think when you look at these schools, like John Bosco how deep are they that they lost, I think, 2 kids to Carroll City and are still number 1 on the list. So like that's incredible when you think about it. But when I've looked at the facilities and the consistency that some of these people are at, like Buford, Grayson, Creekside, like Carrollton, like those schools aren't, well, Buford's the furthest from them all, but like those schools aren't far from each other, and they're in areas that are supposed to not be the best. Like they're not bad, but they're not the best. But Carroll City at 11 would be the biggest one that would be interesting. But when you look at the amount of talent that they have collected, it can be expected. They should be pretty damn good this year. And I think if they're not in the open 8 division competing, I do believe there will be a lot of people upset. But one of the things when you bring in a lot of talent, you got to get those guys to be able to play with each other. Egos got to be mended, and that's harder to do the younger you are. The more mature you are, the better. But like when you got guys who are collectively the man where they were at, and they all now, you got all, like somebody's going to want to be able to get their shine. That's what makes like IMG so unique, is that you go to IMG with the understanding that you're going to IMG to be surrounded by a bunch of other guys. Some of these other schools have to deal with the politics and the egos that are associated with you're a guy you're a cog in a machine. And that's the hardest part about high school sports is the kids that have to deal with the expectations of the adults. And I think that's the part that's the hardest.
Let's get a little confused because Rivals didn't even have Carroll City in their preseason 2026 Florida high school football top 25 list, and this is solely Florida high schools. So let's see where Rivals ranks these preseason Florida high schools. IMG, St. Thomas, Chaminade, Northwestern, American Heritage, Rains, Armwood, Cardinal Mooney, Miami Central, Venice, Lakeland, West Boca, Bowles, Cardinal Newman, Lake Mary, Buchholz, Jones, Vero Beach, Norland, Jesuit. At 21, you got Choctaw, Wachi, DeLand, St. Augustine, Edgewater, and finally Nice, rounding out your top 25 on this list. James, no Mandarin on this list. Was surprised to see that. And man, no Carroll City on this list as well, which
Interesting,
is
because if you ask anybody who, like, so Mandarin has Nice in their district, right? Also, and if you, yeah, okay, it's never mind. I see FW. I've never say FW Buchholz, but Nice is in Mandarin's district. And if you ask everybody who they believe the team to be in their district is, and it would be Mandarin. But all of that, this just means Mandarin's schedule is insane for a high school schedule. Just so you realize, we're going to use the top 25 for Rivals as the indicator, right? Mandarin plays Rains at Rains. They play Lake Mary at home. They play St. Aug at home, and they play Nice on the road. So they have 4 teams as it stands right now who are ranked in the top 25 of the state of Florida, with one in Douglas MacArthur, who probably should be in that list as well. So Mandarin has 5 games, 4 of which right now, as it stands to Rivals, that they are they are ranked lower than. Now Rains plays Venice. So that's a top 10 matchup at the Graveyard. So that's going to be a big game as well. So and the Bowl School, which is good, with having 2 top 2028 prospects in Xander Edwards and Asher Gaito. They're pretty damn good too, but I don't believe that they're a top 25 program good as of right now. But they did get some talented players in the transfer portal as well. So like there's some things that are there's some things on that list that I would probably try to maybe manipulate and move out. But Orlando Jones picked up a big quarterback prospect, but like shoot, that's Jones, Buchholz, West Boca, who lost one of their best players to, I believe it was to St. Thomas, Nice, I'm trying to think. I think Armwood. Five of those teams are in the same class. I think no, 7 of those teams are in the same classification. So, and that's Mandarin's classification. So that just lets you know how tough it is to win.
Let's discuss some ACC football. Let's get into some
Real quick, my bad. Rivals also did a top 10 wide receiver combinations. Rivals on 3. Mandarin was in there with Knox Ennis and Bryson Wright as a top quarterback wide receiver combination in the nation as well. That was something that was I noticed yesterday on IG.
Shout out to Knox and shout out to Bryson, looking to get some more touchdowns on that field for sure. And speaking of touchdowns, let's get into the FSU program. So there's recently the 2026 ACC kickoff where teams and media members got a chance to discuss with one another, exchange and dialogue, and the fans have gotten some content out of the mix. So we're going to start pretty recently with one of the things that went viral with Coach Mike Norvell, then backtrack with the recent FSU news that we have got with commitments and with the particular new assistant to the head coach. Now, if you guys want to get some content on the 2026 ACC kickoff, please look at the ticker below. Make sure you guys are going to the socials to see the content with FSU players and with FSU coaches, but with other teams and coaches as well, such as Miami's Mario Cristobal. And please give us a follow as well. So during the 2026 ACC kickoff, James, Mike Norvell did go viral with this quote right here. I don't fear failure. I never have. I do fear regret. Now, James,
that's a bar. That's a bar. Oh man, I didn't realize that he said all of that. Like y'all some hoes, the way y'all just really just making it seem like that's a fucking amazing. Like if Drake said that right now, y'all would be quoting that.
What did you take away from the FSU players and specifically from Mike Norvell during your time at the 2026 ACC kickoff, James?
All right, Mike is Mike. I never he hasn't changed. Man, I'm sorry, I gotta tweet that out, man. That's a bar. Regardless of how you feel about that man. Mike, one of the things that's unique in all of this is that everybody felt like, you're too hard on Mike. You got to give him a chance. Let him blame your system. And I was like, y'all are really making excuses for a guy who does not strike me as a loser. Mike is a confident guy. He came in confident. Now, the question is he competent in his confidence? That's where you're upset about. So, like, for it to make the rounds about I don't fear failure, I don't feel failure, just shows that people did not pass the FCAT on reading comprehension or context and things of that nature. So, like, I Mike has gone into the situation feeling that he has this. Now, does his whole squad, does everybody else have the same confidence in him? Believe it or not, I believe that's really been one of the biggest problems with Mike Norvell's tenure, is he ain't got people around him that got the same energy that he got. Because if everybody was rolling around with that, they would be recruiting B5 differently. Like, I don't fear failure. I never have. I fear regret.
Right.
I regret not. I'm not finna. I'm finna shoot my shot at these top prospects. Them bitches gonna have to. They gonna have to see me until they sign. I fear the regret of me not trying to get him. I fear the regret of me not going into what rolling up. I don't even know where Waffle House stay at. That's Jamarian Simmons, but I know he in Gobby. Let's just say is Basin Street, my people, is Basin Street still popping? Is that still a tough area? I know Fourth Ave projects ain't there no more, so I know he don't stay in Fourth Ave. I don't even know what the projects that feed into Gobby is anymore. I know this Tharp Street don't look the same anymore. Mission Road used to be nice when I was coming up. Mission Road look a little run down now. But we need Mike to go into these situations and say, nah, man, like, hey, man, you realize you're not supposed to be here. I don't fear what y'all got to do to me. I fear the regret of me not getting this 5-star prospect out of Tallahassee. Like, you know, but Mike has always been confident. Mike has always been sure of himself. And hold on. Bryson is still top. Bryson is the number one player in the next 300. But yeah, but nah, it's just like that would be. I think he's always done that. And now here's the issue: is in some of the other stuff. We're gonna play some of the clips that we had that people may have not checked out. Because I don't know what to think of the players though. The way they look, their energy, the way they were dressed, very consistent and plain. I like I'm gonna be honest with you. And this might be clipped to my disadvantage, but the Miami players came in with their own seasoning and their own sauciness. Mark Fletcher looked good. Mensah probably could have maybe done a little bit better, but he had his own variation on his suit. And I don't know who the dude was with the braids that he had, man, but like he should have yeah, he probably should just let his hair grow. Like, but well, he had like the cornrows that went across, and there's a lot of space in between them, but the cornrow was thin. So that means his hair texture isn't thick enough for that hairstyle. Also, I am a Jabril Rawls fan now. I wasn't not a fan, but I like. Have you ever seen somebody and you didn't realize how dark skinned they were until you rolled up on them? That motherfucker dark. He is dark. That was he's noticeably dark as much as Deuce is noticeably light skinned. Like, it was crazy the contrast. And then I don't know how I feel about Ashton Daniels. Not in a negative way. I just don't like. I need the other guy was maybe too confident. That might have been the problem. I don't know where we at, but I want to feel like I felt about Jay Trav with him. So I'm not saying he is Jay Trav by any stretch of the imagination. But I want to feel different about him. So like, but yeah, so but yeah, like I don't that whole I did not ask the Tom Herman question. That's the only thing that I was disappointed with. There were so many questions. Next year when I go, I'm coming with the chopper, and we're gonna be better next year when I go to ACC Media Day.
Speaking of Tom Herman, James, people were asking Mike Norvell about FSU's recent hire of former Texas, Houston, and FAU head coach Tom Herman. And we did find out that his title to the program is going to be assistant to the head coach. Now, James, with your familiarity with the college football game, how excited are you for FSU to get Tom Herman on our coaching staff?
Our most ironic thing in this is that everybody is stating, oh man, Tom Herman, then that was a good choice a couple years ago. It's too old and outdated, but you bitches want Jimbo. He beat Jimbo Fisher's ass. Y'all remember that Houston game? Yeah, this out there with Jimbo put JJ Constantino ass out there. He was so bad that we put a Sam McGuire with one fucking leg back out there. That's how unprepared Jimbo was for Houston with JJ Constantino. I almost feel like I got to say it like Stephen. What was it? Who did Stephen A. Smith always say? Andrew Karolinko. Or so who was the? Nah, it was no Brian Scalabrine wasn't the one. It was somebody that he would always say their name like he knew they weren't gonna play, but they were ass. But JJ Constantino was trash, man. Trash. Ass juice. But Tom Herman is a good offensive mind. And you know what? And all of our rivals are trying to be, well, he got cocaine and he's a drink. Bitch, look, do you know what Texas coach? Do you know what the Texas coach, we had to go to rehab for? The man likes the bottle. If Tom Herman is likes cocaine, and Tom Herman is an alcoholic, is he one or is he both? But either way, I need to know so that I can make sure my coach is equipped with the best quality products that he can get. We're going to get him some ABC Fine and Wine and Spirits deals.
Not rehab.
No, fuck rehab. Like, that's the difference between me and most people. Like, I care if my son is a good citizen. I care about people I like and love. I watch entertainment to win. And if you were winning on Coke, you're not gonna win on Pepsi. I need what if we were talking about, I was talking with somebody about, we were talking about weed, right? And talking about how a lot of these young people smoke weed and a lot of these elite athletes. And I'm like, have you ever thought about how they would be if they were sober? And most Americans, most logical people are using really good things. Like, well, I think they'll be able to make better decisions. They'll be clearer thinkers. They'll be this. Have you ever thought that the weed is what focuses them? That brings them down so that they can actually, because that's what weed does. It slows them down enough to where they're not overthinking, where they're just doing it. That's the thing that people don't. So like, what if the cocaine is the fuel that drives the positive results that we like? I'm just saying. Could be, maybe not, but it's not my job to worry about that. And he likes, and American Airlines flies out of Tallahassee. We know he liked American Airlines stewardess. How can I not like a coach that wants to bang stewardesses, do blow and drink, and score a lot of points? We need some level of excitement in the program. If that's what it takes, then goddamn it, let's roll. Right. Like, y'all worry about the wrong shit. Like, that's what pastors are for and good, like, roll. Like, I had somebody put that on. Like, let me read it. This shit right here made me so mad. Normally, things don't make me mad, right? But like this shit did. I mean, not mad, like aggravated. I made a post with one of my guys, and I told the truth. I said, some of y'all have adult IEPs. Now, this person was probably an educator. I think she was an educator. And, sometimes when you say things, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say the word. I'm going to say the hard R. Retarded. Oh. Some of y'all are fucking retarded. And we went away from calling people fucking retarded. And context means things. So people are like, hold on, I'm sorry. My bad. Work stuff. Context means a lot, right? And it's not about degrading people who do have disabilities, or really, I'm not one of those people who believe disability should slow you down. There's a lot of really smart people with disabilities, but I think sometimes people be ready to be offended, and so they just like, Like I believe like if you cocaine, if you do some stuff, if you're over it, then be over it. But don't. Oh, anyway, she hit me with the. I hope your kids who you're a role model to don't do this. I hope my kids who are role models to me understand context or have more than just me as a fucking role model. How about that? I'm on my Charles Barkley shit. I ain't a role model. There's only one kid. Like I don't want them. If they want to know what it's like to be in business, then cool. Learn from me. If they want to know what it's like playing sports, learn from me. If you want to know what it's like to not feel like cursing people out, to not speak your mind, then go learn from somebody else that's meek. I don't know, man. But I am no longer shrinking myself to make other people feel fucking good about their life. Fuck you and your life and your disability. Here it is. I found it. Yeah, she didn't respond to it, I don't think. She got her stuff off. I trust the youth you work with and inspire don't adopt this perspective, nor do I hope that any of them have IEPs or special education needs, since it's a social class and a way to place yourself on a hierarchy, downward social comparison. Man, fuck you. So, all right. I used to be in a lot, man, I fucked that up too. To be in a lot of groups, but then I remembered I was in honors classes. And now I got to talk to cats who didn't change classrooms and wore helmets to class. I didn't come up on that level of dysfunction. It frees me up because a lot of y'all have adult IEPs. Individual that it's a fancy way to say that a lot of people are retarded. We used to call it slow learning disability.
Oh,
special needs classes. I don't mean Down syndrome people.
Right.
I don't mean like if you feel like that's what you in, then fine, man. That's your problem. I meant what I meant. Actually, my response to her, Terry G. She didn't. That's why. Did she block me? Yup. That's some hoe ass shit. Yep. Terry SG. Trust the youth I inspire understand nuance and context as well as adult combos. Or if I'm ever not the best example, or even if I am that. I am the only example. There's tough and crass along with guys who do it differently. I even show them who to go to. I'm the results-oriented guy. Pearls come in clams, and those things are ugly, but the pearl is valuable. I was taught to eat the meat and cast away the stones. If it don't apply or hurt, fuck you. Like, man, that's the problem. If everybody was if the sensitivity worked, I wouldn't be doing a fucking backpack drop. But anyways, going back to that, cocaine, whores, and alcohol create a lot of points. See Michael Irvin. That's the whole point in all of that. Sorry. So, if I was a minister, we would have a crack ministry. Like, tell the truth, man. But now the guy was talking about like all of that stuff. Yeah, what the fuck have you done? And then you gonna put that, you gonna post that and then duck, man. Fuck you. I hope your kids that you inspire don't see that pussy ass shit. And I don't mean pussy because you're a woman. I mean pussy because of the because of the throw a stone and hide your hand. Matter of fact. Yep. I didn't even say it though. I said it the nice way. I said IEP. So many other ways we said it in the 90s, in the early 2000s. And it's not for the people there are people who really, really do have issues. And that's not what I'm talking about. And they're smart. I really believe a lot of those kids are really a lot smarter than some of you people who don't have issues. My bad. Let's go on to the issues of recruiting, and Mike Norvell is doing a better job of. They sometimes feel like they recruit with the IEP, but they're doing a better job. You gotta give credit when credit's due, Jaden. So go ahead and post that up there. That kid is a ball player. Well, I believe
definitely is a ball player.
My bad,
Guys,
my fault. You see, like what I'm saying, the world is so perverse. I can't say the hard R, but if I Or a kid saying kids just ball. That used to mean something so pure. He's good at the sport of football. That's it.
Make
But,
sure you guys are tapping into the socials from the content we did post as well. Definitely going to enjoy the content. And let's dive into some recruitment news here on Den Media Group, because this one was a big surprise for FSU fans on social media. But let's get this thing blowed up to the screen. We have a commitment from Mr. Zachary Johnson from my down south. He chose FSU over Auburn, Syracuse, and others offers from the Miami Carroll City Star. Mr. Johnson is a dog on that football field. He does have the athlete moniker next to his name, and we do have his highlight tape, James, as well. So
yeah, let's go watch that.
Let's look at Carroll City's own sophomore season highlights. And if I'm not mistaken, he did reclass up to the 2027 class. He was in 2028 and he reclassed up to be in 2027. That's why this tape right here says sophomore season highlights, because he did recently reclass up. So let's see Mr. Johnson's tape.
Well, that was money. Well, nice. Man, a whole cheat code. Probably should have gave it, but I get the money though. I'm not mad at it, definitely. But you're not a quarterback, so it doesn't bother me. I like touchdowns. That was a good quarterback design run. Okay, to the apartments. Damn, split them. Okay, we're recruiting him as a safety though, right? Like, do we have any defensive clips of said person? No, yeah, that kid's getting clowned.
This man got one play and he's killing.
Yeah, this play works a lot. To the left. Yep. There we go. All right. The vision.
Yeah,
definitely. That's okay. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, he can throw. Oh, and he can pass.
Damn.
He's definitely not a quarterback though, but he's an athlete playing quarterback. Right there. Damn, referee, get the fuck out of the way. All right. It never looks this easy when, like, this is the beautiful thing about, and I always talk to my guys about, like, keep it simple, stupid, right? Like, none of this shit looks complicated. Like, he's not a good quarterback. But like he's just throwing the ball where it should be at, and like it's very simple reads. Like it is working. Like sometimes we outthink ourselves in football, like just to prove that we're the smartest person in the room. Like it makes absolutely no sense. But none of this is convincing me that he's a good safety. So like right now, so we have a highlight film full of offensive plays. Okay. Definitely believe that. Oh yeah. Definitely. If you've watched the first half of this highlight film, what would possess you to just like not bring the house and pressure him every play? Oh my goodness. They got the quarterback returning kicks.
wow.
He had to run out of gas. That's why this isn't on the clip. Okay, did we get 15 tacked on? Okay, with defensive plays. That's not a good clip. Don't put that on there. All right. Right there, right. Cover 3. Oh, that's quarter, excuse me. Quarter coverage. All right. You knew you were cheating ass. American Heritage, though. Let me all right, while we're looking at this, can somebody pull up American Heritage versus Plantation, I believe. Like I gotta figure out why why that didn't look like the same American Heritage. I mean, it's American Heritage, but like, what was the score of that game? All right, that was a PI right there. Okay. He definitely probably needs one more year. But that's why I can see why he's reclassing, but definitely explosive. Definitely I can see him being I can see I could see the athleticism into some of the things, and like you clean some of that stuff up. Like it's good get better than some of the guys.
We also did. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad,
my bad. Go ahead.
James. We also did get a 2028 commit from an in-state tight end, Troy Silberzon, and he's also a 3-star from that Ugali area in
Brevard County.
Brevard County, central eastern Florida, if you will. So we did get another 3-star commit.
48-7 was the score. So yeah, I mean, you know what? It was against American Heritage, but you know, context matters. Like, Jesus Christ. I got a pick against American Heritage. You weren't saying that when I got that pick 6 on y'all. It was against our eighth grade players. Oh, we don't know when that was. Okay, so they played them twice. I'm gonna go with that was the 28-13 one.
That sounds better.
Yeah, not the 48-7 ass whooping. Now he got that interception when it was a close game. That brought it to 21-13. That pick. That's what was necessary. Jesus Christ, that was 48-7. Not a lot went right that day. But do we have any clips of the tight end from 2028?
Yes, I got his huddle as well right here for you guys. He is a tight end that stands at 6'5", 210 pounds, class of 2028. Here you guys
Okay,
go.
so this is a pilgrim here. With that last name, can't be black. Yep, there we go. Nice. Should have been throwing it to him. Right now? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ew. Let's not put that clip on our channel. All right. Okay, so he's willing to block out there. Give me a fade ball here. Oh, no. Okay. That isn't. Nothing about him looks twitchy. Did he run a fucking screen? Brother, did we just run a screen for... Stop. Stop. I saw he's 6'5", 210. That's what we're rolling with. I don't need to watch anymore. This shit gonna make me mad. Like, I'm not blaming the kid. Florida State, this is probably a good gig. You get 6'5", 215. He's gonna probably be like 235, 240 by the end of the year. Good stuff. But like all this shit, the way they're using him, man, get the fuck out of here. Tight end reverse with that. Like, bitch, he's slow as me out. He's slow as me now. Like, man, if we don't stop, like, that's what we have running blacks for. This is what bothers. This is what I was just talking about. Stop outthinking yourself.
Right, exactly.
He's 6'5", 250. It's almost like I want to be. We got to take the what was it, movie 48, the thing with like God did all the work. He made you 6'5". Like, so what you're saying is, Coach, if we have our faith in God, no, God made you black. Now, white tight end, get me into let's go post up, play power forward. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go into goal line situations. We're gonna go high, and if I'm cool, like if you're nasty, that's even better. But at 6'5", I don't need you to be nasty. 6'5", you're kind of tall, man. You're not gonna win a lot of battles. I just need you to be a willing blocker. But like they got this man running a 5-yard screen. Get the fuck out of here.
There's fast players on that team. Like, what the hell?
Like, I don't have a screen, but he is a screen.
We got one last FSU story before we continue on with some other buzzworthy topics in college and the NFL. And this one's a little bit of a heart tugger because FSU decided to dedicate and commemorate the press box to legendary FSU announcer Gene Deckeroff. And we got the video where he found this out. Is a great surprise, but it was a great surprise for Gene, and it was a great day for FSU fans. So let's take a look at this video right here and get some great emotions coming from inside Doak Campbell Stadium. Making sure it has sound for you guys, adding it to the stage, and let's get this video started.
Play by the Seminoles, some razzle dazzle.
Touchdown, Florida State.
5, touchdown, Florida State. 3, 2, 1. Florida State beats Virginia Tech.
It's his real voice too, though.
I do videos and do a little play-by-play. But I don't know.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt. 1 second, boys. I think you can take this phone. Okay. You can turn up the volume a little bit for you.
Hello, Coach.
Thanks, but it's a FaceTime.
Gene.
Oh, it's FaceTime. Oh, there you are, Coach.
That's so
your
old.
territory, Mike.
Yes, indeed. How's everything going?
You see the stadium?
You're in the stadium right now.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, where are you at?
The press box. Radio booth.
Oh, you're in the radio booth.
Yeah, I had to have directions to get here. Jeff Culhane helped me out, but without Jeff, I might not have found this place, Coach.
Well, let me tell you, Gene, it's going to be really easy to find here moving forward because it is my tremendous honor to tell you that you are actually standing in
the new Gene Deckerhoff radio booth right here at Florida State and Doak Campbell Stadium.
Wow.
Congratulations, man. We are naming the radio booth after you, and just so grateful for all that you've done.
all that you mean to Florida State.
Go
all
get
the
some.
incredible
Go
years
eat some
of
food, man.
service, the great calls, but more than anything, just who you are as a person.
It is an honor to be able to tell you that radio booth is now named after you, sir. So congratulations.
What a tremendous honor. Go Noles, and thank you very much, Coach Norvell. And God bless you, and good luck this season.
It's just when I hear him talk, like when I've talked to him, I can hear him say my touchdowns. It feels great. It's awesome. Like Gene's just like couldn't happen to a better person. And he's definitely iconic in that. And I saw my guy Polo Kid, and I understand what you're saying. Like, there's no statue for Mickey. And Mickey does deserve to be honored, but I think I don't know where you put Mickey at. But he does need to be definitely, like, I think Mickey's thing needs to be like more the Mickey Andrews team meeting room, or the Mickey Andrews room, like not like Mickey, like, because Mickey is synonymous with FSU's defense, and I do believe he does need something.
That other announcer must feel like shit. Like, I just got fired. He gets his own VIP.
we have some news coming from that ACC kickoff, especially. This is going to be some big news coming from the ACC. So the ACC has announced a new football championship tiebreaker policy that will take effect beginning with the 2026 season, reflecting the league's transition to a 9-game conference schedule and ensuring a fair and equitable process for determining participants in the ACC football championship game. The updated tie-breaking procedure is built on 3 guiding principles. Head-to-head results will always matter most. No team will be overly rewarded or penalized based on the number of conference games it played. When head-to-head competition cannot separate tied teams, the team with the strongest overall body of work will earn the opportunity to compete for the ACC championship and the conference's automatic qualifier to the college football playoff. Now, this is the deciding factor for who will participate in the ACC football championship game, thus who will participate in the CFP with the conference championships automatic qualifier. So I just want to give you guys an update on this new football championship tie breaker policy.
Man, it doesn't. That just means that we're going to get an opportunity. I don't know, man. I missed a good opportunity to talk to the commission like I wanted to.
James, speaking of the commish, aka Jim Phillips, the ACC's commissioner, he had this to say about the college football playoff layout, and I want to see if you agree or disagree with his statement. He said 24, referring to the number of teams in the college football playoff, is the right number for us. Our coaches and athletic directors are unanimous on that, meaning they're unanimous on having a 24-team college football playoff. James, would you enjoy a 24-team college football playoff since our own ACC commissioner says it is a unanimous decision from the coaches and ADs?
Nobody cares about the players. 24, it's just like it's not about it's about getting like right at 24, unless you're doing 4. So if you're telling me that the 4 Power 4 conferences are guaranteed 4 slots, right? So that gets us to 16, right? And then we're going to give everybody else, then it's open. But like there's not even, so 24 slots means that all but one team in the top 25 is worth it. Just think about that for a second. But yeah, I think it's don't give me no more than what we have now.
We got some news, James, from your favorite HBCU, FAMU, but this isn't one of the more brighter stories. So let's take a look at what happened with that FAMU athletic department and first-time athletic director John Davis, because FAMU let Georgia walk away from a $650,000 buyout. So first-time athletic director John Davis signed an agreement releasing Georgia from a contractual buyout, prompting questions about the decision and the value of experience. So Georgia decided it no longer wanted to host the Rattler football team on September 9th, 2028, and the contract appeared to provide a simple remedy. If Georgia canceled the game, the Bulldogs would owe FAMU $650,000, the same amount they had agreed to pay the Rattlers for traveling to Athens. Instead, FAMU voluntarily signed away its rights to any financial buyout. FAMU Athletic Director John Davis signed a mutual termination agreement prepared by Georgia Athletic Director Josh Brooks that released Georgia from any financial obligation associated with canceling the game. So the matchup scheduled in December 2020 under former FAMU AD Courtney Gosha was one of the so-called guarantee games that have become a financial lifeline for football championship subdivision, aka FCS, programs and many HBCUs. For FAMU, this is the kicker, whose athletic department operates on an annual budget of roughly $12 million. The forfeited payment represented more than 5% of its annual operating budget. By comparison, Georgia's athletic department generally generates approximately $239 million annually, making it one of the wealthiest programs in college sports. And if you did the number, 650,000 is 0.27% of that $239 million. To many FAMU supporters, the financial disparity only magnified the decision. Our inexperienced AD signed a mutual agreement that basically lets Georgia off the hook without paying us. This is one of the stupidest moves ever, one alumnus wrote on social media. Experience matters. So Davis, a former FSU football player, assumed leadership of FAMU athletics last year after severing as secretary. Severing, I think they meant to say serving as secretary of the Florida Lottery. The FAMU appointment marked his first time leading an intercollegiate athletic department. Yikes, James, I know your group chats must have been buzzing with this news, especially growing up in Tallahassee, like you said, growing up on that campus. But what was your first initial thoughts when you read the article and when you heard this news right here?
Hold on. I John is in over his head. Like John, even though he's I want to talk more about that situation. This is where politics does fuck up sports sometimes. But yeah. It's it's what can you say? It's dumb. Hold on. But yeah, it's it definitely would be a fireable offense if people cared. But I think John's goal is to be over at FSU. And he needed experience before he got this. And then you know. But yeah.
Here are the top NIL earners according to On3's NIL valuation. Darian Mensah, the Miami QB, is at the top of this list with an On3 NIL valuation of $6.5 million. At number 2, we have a basketball player, a hooper. You can see him in that Kentucky jersey. If you guys are March Madness fans, Milan was on that Iowa State team. He had the best three-point percentage, if I'm not mistaken, in college basketball. So Kentucky gave him that bag. Then you got another basketball player at Louisville, $6 million, Mr. Flory. Dante Moore, Oregon QB, $5 million. The same with Jeremiah Smith. $5 million. And then you got some other basketball players in the mix, and Trinidad Chambliss allegedly getting $5 million for his On3 NIL valuation. So these are NIL valuations. These are not verified numbers, but they are an estimate of the NIL values for these respective players. So huge shout out to everybody who cracked the top of this list, 5 million and above, and huge shout out for the programs as well, giving these players that bread. So huge shout out to those programs on this list. But James, we got to talk about the Western Kentucky program, because man, this story came out about Victory Vaca losing his scholarship and people were in a uproar. So let's take a look at this. Western Kentucky defensive lineman Victory Vaca lost his scholarship after missing workouts for his mom's funeral. And get this, now multiple FBS teams can't sign him because Western Kentucky processed his departure as a quote failure to report, and he is now unable to play this season. And we got some more information on this as well. He is a senior defensive lineman at Western Kentucky, and he suddenly lost his mother on April 2nd and went home to grieve. He planned to return for the 2026 season, but when he had not come back by May 26th, the school informed him the next day that his scholarship was being terminated. Vaca said he was stunned by the decision. Western Kentucky labeled him a failure to report, which blocked him from entering the transfer portal under the aid reduction or cancellation exemption. The NCAA also denied his request for legislative relief, leaving him with 1 semester left to finish his degree and no clear transfer option for his final year of eligibility. So that was some background information about Victory Vaca. But James, what do you think about this case, especially with him getting that label as failure to report?
I gotta get more info on that. That whole situation just seems like really weird, like, and very callous. And I just have a hard time believing that actually happened like that. So yeah, I don't know. But hold on, take this pause me real quick.
I'm just sending my condolences to the Vaca family and just want to give just a peace and blessings to Victory as he's going through this tough time. For sure, dealing with the loss of your mother is one of the most hardest things anybody can endure, and especially when your football career is at stake as well. That combo can definitely spiral into some bad mental things as well. So man, I just hope you stay strong through this process and get through everything through this time, man. So just want to send my condolences to that Vaca family for sure. And we're going to give you guys a quick fun little fact before we get into the NFL segment for today. And we're going to show some love to these colleges right here, because these colleges, Cal, UCF, USC, and LSU, are the only 4 CFB teams to have multiple quarterbacks pass for 35 plus touchdowns in an NFL season, which is a crazy stat. But Cal, with Jared Goff in 2024 with the Lions, and with Aaron Rodgers with the Packers in 2011, they both had 37 and 45 tutties in the season. USC, Sam Darnold and Carson Palmer with 35 touchdowns a pop. UCF, and shout out the Jaguars, because we're going to transition to the Jaguars after this. Dante Culpepper, 39, and Blake Bortles with 35 in 2015. And LSU, no surprise, Joe Burrow right here with 43, and Y.A. Tittle all the way back in 1963 with 36 touchdowns. So these are the only 4 CFB teams to have multiple QBs pass for 35 plus touchdowns in a season. And now this gives us a perfect segue into the Jaguars topic we have today. But this isn't one of our typical Jaguars updates. It is a trivia question associated with a player on the Jags, none other than Trevor Lawrence. But guys, I need you guys to be active in this chat right here, because we want your answers below. So this person played with Deshaun Watson, Trevor Lawrence, Jacksonville Jaguars own, Derek Carr, and Bryce Young. So this player is a wide receiver. I will give you guys that hint as well, but just want to read again. They played with Deshaun Watson, Trevor Lawrence, Derek Carr, and Bryce Young. This includes college and the NFL, I might add, as well. So for anybody wondering who this pick is? Drum roll, please. It is none other than Hunter Renfro. So Hunter Renfro did play with Deshaun Watson and T-Law in college. So that's why I said college and the NFL. And he also got some bump with Carr and Bryce Young in the NFL as well. So I just wanted to include this for our Jaguars topic, just to give you guys some Jaguars trivia about certain players associated with T-Law. So shout out to Sleeper CFB for putting this out in the Twitter atmosphere and starting off the Jaguars and starting off the NFL conversation the right way. Any Saints fans in the house, you guys may have already heard and celebrated the news of your running back staying with the squad. None other than one of the most legendary running backs to suit up for the Saints, Mr. Alvin Kamara. So the Saints and running back Alvin Kamara agreed to terms on the deal that will pay him a base salary of $6 million for the 2026 season, with a chance to make $8.5 million with incentives. This is a win-win, according to Ian Rappaport, that almost certainly means Kamara will finish his career with New Orleans. One of the most versatile backs in the 2010s decade, 2020s decade. He is a yak monster, one of the most versatile backs when it comes to catching the ball out from the backfield and extending plays. He's one of the shiftiest, one of the most durable running backs I have seen when the ball is in his hands. And he's definitely one of the drippiest as well. So huge shout out to the Saints fans. I know y'all are happy to have Kamara back and also Cam Jordan back on the squad as well. So I know those are two Saints legends in the making, or legends already in the making. So just wanted to share that for all of my Saints fans down there in Louisiana. Shout out to Kamara on getting that $6 million for sure, man. Congratulations on getting your bread in. He actually wins our Money Moves segment winner of the day. So shout out to you, Alvin Kamara. Now we're going to go from running back to wide receiver with this list right here, because NFL coaches, executives, and scouts rank the top NFL wide receivers for 2026, according to Jay Fowler at ESPN. So here is the list right here, and let's get the conversation started. Number 1, Jamar Chase. 2, Jay Jettas. 3, the reigning offensive player of the year, JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba. 4, Puka Nacua. 5, Amon-Ra St. Brown. CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, NFL young boy, Nico Collins, AJ Brown, and Devontae Adams round out the top 10 NFL wide receivers, according to coaches, executives, and scouts. Jamar Chase has definitely not had the numbers that we wish he would have gotten with Joe Burrow's injuries and his ability to be a little bit of an injury-prone quarterback. But Jamar Chase still one of the top wide receivers when Joe Flacco was throwing him dimes, and he is definitely one of the most overall greatly rounded wide receivers in this league, just because of his body strength, his hands, and his speed and route running ability are all top notch. So Jamar Chase is definitely one of the reasons why LSU was called wide receiver U for that bit of time and during this time. Justin Jefferson, LSU player as well, one of the best wide receivers, but his quarterback situation was not the best with JJ McCarthy. Hopefully now they can turn things around with Kyler Murray and company. Let me know in the chat if you think the Kyler Murray, Justin Jefferson collab will be one to feed families in Minnesota. But JSN at 3, I still think he should be number 1 on this list, just because of his Offensive Player of the Year award. And it doesn't look like him and Sam Darnold are stopping anytime soon. Puka Nacua, no surprise there, had one of the highest receiving yards last year. If I'm not mistaken, he was top 5 in receiving yards in the league, and he's one of the best players in terms of getting yards after contact. He is a tank, a mini tank on that field. And don't take my word for it. Take Devontae Adams' word for it at number 10. He said he is very, very, very solid. Never felt up on a player as solid as Puka Nacua. Amon-Ra St. Brown with Detroit and company. CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, 2 Cowboys wide receivers back-to-back on this list. Nico Collins, he does have an injury. He does have a history of being injury prone, and that definitely takes a tack on that list. So I'm kind of surprised he is number 8 on this list. AJ Brown hoping to spark a new connection with Drake May all the way up in New England, and Devontae Adams as well, hoping to continue his great historic career with Matthew Stafford and company in LA. So let me know what you guys think of this top 10 list right here based off the coaches, executives, and scouts. And did any of your favorite wide receivers not make the cut on this list? And now we're going to go from NFL wide receivers to the other side of the ball, the safeties. No surprise here, man. And we want to shout out one of the best safeties of this generation, FSU's own, coming in at number 2, Derwin James Jr. He is only one behind Kyle Hamilton. No surprise there, man. This safety is one of the most versatile safeties in the game in that Baltimore defense. He can rush the passer. He can guard like no other safety can. He is definitely one of them ones when you talk about versatility and safeties. You also have Xavier McKinney, Brian Branch, Jesse Bates, Nick Emmanwori, Antoine Winfield, Buda Baker, Kirby Joseph, and Kalen Bullock to round out your top 10 safeties as well. No surprise, Derwin James Jr. is on here, the NIL, aka no in the league. If you talk about dominance over a stretch of years, Derwin James is your guy. And don't take my word for it as an FSU fan, as an FSU alum. Take the other coaches and executives' word for it because, man, he's always at the top of these lists right here from his peers. So no surprise there. And I just can't wait to see him keep balling in that Chargers uniform right here. But Kalen Bullock, shout out to him, even though he is on the Houston Texans, our AFC South rival opponent. He is a dog on that field as well. Buda Baker, one of the most legendary safeties in the game as well. And you got a young buck on this list with Nick Emmanwori. He was the rookie last year for the Seahawks, who was at South Carolina, and he's also one of those big body versatile safeties as well. 6'3", can hit, can guard as well. Just a scary person to face on that Seattle defense. But just wanted to share the NFL top 10 safety list with you guys to see if your favorite safeties made the cut. And let's talk about something I am shocked to discuss. NFL on CBS decided to rank the power trios for the 2026 season. And a power trio in CBS's terms is a quarterback, running back, and a pass catcher. So it can either be a wide receiver or a tight end. Now, let's look at who got the highest of those rankings right here. So the Bengals are at number 1 with the 2026 NFL triplets rankings, and the triplets, same thing as the power trio. So Joe Burrow, Brown, and Jamar Chase are CBS's Sports number 1 triplet. Then you got Stafford, Williams, and Puka Nacua, Goff, Gibbs, and St. Brown, Jackson, Henry, and Flowers. And finally, for your top 5, you have Prescott, Williams, and Lamb. But all my Jags fans in the house, where do the Jags rank? Let's go back to this. We come in at number 20 with Lawrence, Tootin, and Thomas Jr. But let's take a look at some other notable teams on this list. Mahomes and company are at 6 with Mahomes, Kenneth Walker III, and Rashee Rice. Then Josh Allen and company are at 7 with Allen, Cook, and more. Some other noticeable teams, you have the reigning AFC champs with the Patriots at 9 with May Stevenson and A.J. Brown. You have Jalen Hurts, Barkley, and Smith coming in at 10 as well. The Chargers, the Packers, the Bears, Seahawks, the reigning Super Bowl champions, the Denver Broncos, and the Atlanta Falcons are ranked higher than the Jags in terms of triplets rankings. Then you got the Texans, Vikings, Bucks, Jags, Colts, Giants, Saints, Commanders, Raiders, the Cardinals, the Steelers, and lastly, you have the Panthers at 28, the Jets at 29, Cam Ward and company at 30, 31, the Dolphins, and last but not least, you have the Cleveland Browns at number 32 with Shador, Judkins, and Fannin Jr. So let's see how this list pans out for the 2026 seasons. And if your favorite team is at a spot on this list that you do not think they should be at, please let us know in the comments below, because Jaguars at 20 is kind of crazy when you think about how Trevor Lawrence played last year and what he proved to do, especially on that back half of the season. And with Liam Cohen and company, I feel like things are only going to get brighter for the Jaguars. I know we have Polo Kid Dolphins with the question mark is insulting. Definitely for sure at that wide receiver spot, because man, their wide receiver unit is not looking the best at all. So man, shout out to all my Dolphins fans out there. It's gonna look like it's gonna get or keep on being rough for you guys out there in that AFC East. So man, good luck to all the Dolphins fans. But if your team is at a rank on this list that you do not agree with, let us know in the comments below and let us know what you guys think of the triplet rankings for sure. So we mentioned the Jets on this list as well, coming in at one of those later spots at 29. And we got to discuss the Jets QB Geno Smith. It's some good news coming from his camp, saying that an investigation for an incident in which a woman accused him of battery last month, which we posted the video of him getting into a verbal altercation with a woman at a home in down South Florida, is no longer active, and the Jets quarterback will not be charged per the Davie, Florida Police Department. If you guys do not remember, the video did go viral of the woman saying that Geno Smith doesn't take care of his kids, that he plays the video game and deals with a lot of pornography, and that video went viral. We did post it, and so we got some news from the Davie, Florida police that the investigation is no longer active. So good news from that Geno camp, and now he can focus on getting his team out from the 29th ranked best triplet ranking into some good rankings, and hopefully some wins for the former Jets QB that's back with his squad. So just wanted to give you guys an update on that Geno Smith case as well. And we're going to transition from Geno Smith to the NFC North, because the NFC North offenses are a sight for this upcoming season. And BetMGM posts this question: who has the best offense in the NFC North? Now, with the rise of Caleb Williams, we would definitely see how this list goes. But let's start at the top from the bottom. Excuse me. Let's take a look at the Packers. So you got Jordan Love as your starting QB, Josh Jacobs, one of the best running backs in the league, top tier. Him and Jahmyr Gibbs are top tier running backs in the league. Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, and Tucker Kraft round out your 5 offensive positions in the NFC North. Then for the Bears, you got Caleb Williams, DeAndre Swift, Rome Odunze, Luther Burden, and also newcomers as well, Colston Leveland. Luther Burden and Colston were rookies last year, so looking to get out or not even step foot in a sophomore slump. Then for the Lions, you have Jared Goff, Jahmyr Gibbs, Amon-Ra St. Brown, J-Mo, and Sam Laporta. finally, for the Vikings, you have Kyler Murray, Aaron Jones, Jay Jettis, Jordan Addison, and TJ Hawkinson. Let us know in the comments, who do you think the best offense in the NFC North belongs to? Because if I'm being honest, from what I saw last year, man, Caleb Williams was definitely making something shake out there for the Bears. He got the city rocking, got Soldier Field rocking, got the city of Chicago behind him, got rappers popping out to Bears games again. And man, the vibes up there is something special. And he's definitely one of the most magical QBs with his performance last year, man. He definitely made some of the most crazy plays. I'm not going to say Patrick Mahomes like, but Patrick Mahomes-esque for sure. The back foot throws, the off-balance throws, and they were on target, might I add, as well. So, man, I think the Packers got this one, for my opinion. But don't sleep on Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs, man, because having a good run game is half the battle in the NFL, and Josh Jacobs can definitely get you there. And don't even let me mention the Packers defense for sure, and how easy they will make the offense for the Packers. So, man, I see Polo Kid said he got the Lions. Lions is definitely one for sure, but I'm kind of worried about the Lions with them labeling Jahmyr Gibbs as their main workhorse running back, because if you guys do remember, David Montgomery is now at the Houston Texans, so they do not have that 1-2 punch like they normally do on the run game. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be taking a bulk of those snaps, and they do have Isaiah Pacheco as their running back too. But hopefully Amon-Ra St. Brown can keep on doing his thing, man. He's one of the most durable wide receivers you can have, for I know he goes crazy on fantasy as well. And J-Mo is definitely a speed demon. But I really want to see how this Kyler Murray and Justin Jefferson combination will pan out for sure, because I think Kyler does have something special left in the tank. And I think if you want to play with any wide receiver, I would definitely want to play with Justin Jefferson for sure, man, for sure. So let us know who you think has the best offense in the NFC North from this picture right here, as we continue on with some NFL topics. And guys, these guys are still out there, so your respective team can decide to pick up these free agents right here, because these are the remaining NFL free agents per spot rack. So let's take a look at this list as well and get down to some of the more notable players on this list. First things first, we do have Tyreek Hill at the top of this list. Tyreek Hill is still a free agent. Stephon Diggs still a free agent. And Deebo Samuel as well. Hassan Reddick is still a free agent as well. Linebacker Bobby Wagner, one of the most legendary linebackers in this generation. Matt Milano, Zach Ertz, Von Miller, Najee Harris, former Alabama running back, former Pittsburgh Steelers running back, and former LA Chargers running back. D-Hop, Kyle Van Noy, Austin Eckler, then Jadonovan Clowney, Keenan Allen is on this list as well. Tre'Davious White, Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, Jabril Peppers, Brandon Cooks, Devin White, Eric Kendricks. Any surprising names on this list of free agents for you guys? I think me personally, man, I'm surprised the team hasn't jumped on Bobby Wagner yet, but I'm sure it's definitely some contract disagreements with his age as he gets up there. But the production on Bobby Wagner is insane when you take a look at his age. So I assume he would want to go to a contending team with the production he put up last year for the Commanders. So, man, I hope somebody can bounce on Bobby Wagner, because I still think he's a great leader and can put up some numbers for that defense in terms of tackles and pressure. So anybody on this list that you guys are kind of excited to see where they go? I know Tyreek Hill is a speed demon for sure out there on that football field, but let us know if your favorite team should get one of these NFL free agents, because, man, somebody can take some of these cats on this list for sure. There's a list of hoopers for sure. So let's take this and have a little fun segment talking about names. Yes, ML Football decided to rank the top 10 greatest names in NFL history. And let's see if you guys agree with this list right here. 1, Clinton Dix. 2, DeBrickashaw Ferguson. 3, that boy Kool-Aid McKinstry. 4, you got Mr. Hercules. 5, Dick Buckus. 6, Lord Jordan Humphrey. 7, Guy Wimper. 8, Taco Charlton. 9, Lord Hyming. And 10, you got Mr. Michael Humanawuni. So some other notable NFL names from the past include Champ Bailey. I mean, one of the best corners in the game. And honestly, with a name like Champ Bailey, fire name. Jack Youngblood as well. Takeo Spikes and Steve Stonebreaker are some of the other greatest names in NFL history. And man, these names are fire. I see Polo Kid saying Kool-Aid needs to be higher. Kool-Aid is one of the craziest names, but man, I used to play with Clinton Dix on Madden back in the day when he's with the Packers, so I definitely have that name at the top of this list. But we got to shout out Jack Youngblood, man. I think that's one of the craziest names of all time. That's one of the dopest names you could have as a football player. And man, Steve Stonebreaker too, man. Stonebreaker as a football player, that's a crazy last name. But man, we got some good names on this list right here. But shout out to Kool-Aid. I do think Kool-Aid should be number one just because, man, that's just crazy nickname, crazy fire nickname. But shout out to everybody on this list, man. Memorable list, and definitely some memorable players as well. So shout out to everybody on this list. And man, I don't know if we're going to give him a shout out right now because Stefon Diggs, who is still an NFL free agent, I might add, is starting to get put through the grinder. So we did get news that the alleged victim of Stefon Diggs, yeah, it's getting crazy, had 100+ text messages associated between the two. And it looks like the victim is starting to slowly roll out these messages online. So we actually got the alleged victim's Instagram story. We got a screenshot of that per Polymarket Football with this leaked DM between him and Diggs. So you got
oh my god.
yeah, it's definitely getting messy out here because Griffith said, you can be bisexual or gay or whatever you want to be in life as I champion you living in your truth. And then he said, that said, when I continually decline your advances and attempts to get me to, quote, party with you, your ego can't handle no, and resorted to violence to protect what you seem to be afraid to admit. And you can see the DM screenshot right here with Diggs saying, LOL, come on, get your butt bust. And then Griffith said, LOL, I commend your confidence, champ. And then Diggs replied with, sick of you. So, man, he did say he had 100 pages of information on Diggs and 100 pages of text messages and exchange of dialogue between the two. So I can only imagine the type of dirt Griffith has on Diggs. So man, this is gonna get really messy, and we can see why teams are kind of apprehensive on signing Diggs to their squad since he is one of the top free agents. He also said recently that he's the best wide receiver 2 in the league, that nobody can mess with him, and he's the best wide receiver 2 in the league. So man, this is gonna get real messy for Stefon Diggs. It's already getting messy, but from this point right here, it just looks like things are gonna keep spiraling out of control for the wide receiver. So man, it's not looking good for Stefon Diggs. It is definitely not looking promising. But
Why does he got a cowboy card outfit?
man, I don't even know, man. He's something. Stefon Diggs is definitely something, man. definitely something, man. But man, I just don't know what's in the hundreds of pages of documents, man, because TMZ put it out. So you know, if TMZ put it out, it's the truth. So they said he had 100 pages on him, man. I can only imagine those pages, man. I can only imagine. Oh, Adrian, that's a crazy comment. Crazy comment, but technically not wrong. Technically not wrong. So definitely a free agent for sure. So hopefully some team will scoop him up for sure. But man, let's just end this off with the fun one, man. Let's just end this off with the fun one. We got another guess the NFL team for you guys, and this is a good one. So the quarterback, we do not know where he went to college, but we do know the running back did go to Texas A&M. The tight end did go to UCLA, and their wide receivers went to South Alabama, Virginia, and Louisville. So guys, I'm gonna wait a little bit so you guys can guess this NFL offense based off where they went to college. Now, this one did give me some trouble, especially when you see a school like South Alabama. You know that there are only a few number of wide receivers who did go to South Alabama, so that's definitely got you thinking as well. And then with Louisville as well, that kind of threw me off. And obviously, the UCLA tight end definitely threw me off. But who do you think this NFL team is based on where they went to college? You can see right here. The line went to Houston, Alabama, Texas State, Arizona, and USC. So you got a right tackle, and then you have a UCLA tight end. I think that's pretty funny as well. They got that LA rivalry going on, and Polo Kid got it right, and it is the Dolphins. Achan did go to Texas A&M, and Chris Bell, their recent draft pick, is a Louisville Cardinal as well. So it is the Dolphins, and Malik Willis is their quarterback, and he did go to Liberty University in Virginia. So, yep, it is the Dolphins. Huge shout out to Polo Kid on being the first one to guess the NFL team correctly, and shout out to It's the 806 as well, saying the Dolphins. We definitely gonna show you some love on here for getting the right answer. But man, this one did throw me for a loop for sure. So I'm glad y'all got the chance to get that guess the NFL team. Any football fans in the house? Not American football. We're talking about FIFA because, man, we got a historic matchup that's going to be happening on Sunday between Spain and Argentina. Everybody, let me know who you guys got in this World Cup final between Spain and Argentina, because I got Argentina for sure. Anybody watch that last Argentina game versus England? Man, it was one of the best games I've ever seen in my life, man. This World Cup has been nothing short of great, man. And Argentina's looking to hoist that FIFA World Cup one last time for Lionel Messi. But Lamine Yamal and company for Spain are looking to bring that championship back to the country of Spain. But let's take a look at every FIFA World Cup final from the start till now. So starting at 1930, you have the matchup where Argentina actually lost 4-2. 1934, you got 2-1. 1938, 4-2. 52-1, Brazil taking an L, but luckily in 1958, Brazil got it back in blood against Sweden 5-2. And then next year, Brazil won again 3-1. Then 1970, Brazil re-upped once more, and then Brazil, you can see in 1994, won the penalties against Italy right there. 98, Brazil did end up losing to France. That team was crazy stacked. 2002, Brazil again. And 2006, Italy ended up winning in penalties for sure. 2010, Spain. 2014, Germany. 2018, France. 2022, one of the most legendary soccer games I've ever seen, one of the most memorable games I've seen, the 2022 World Cup final between Argentina and France that resulted in Argentina winning in penalties 4-2. And last but not least, you had this game coming up on Sunday at 3 p.m. at the Gillette Stadium, aka the New Jersey Stadium. So, who do you guys think will take home the FIFA World Cup final on Sunday, man? Because it's definitely gonna be a great game for sure. So let us know who you think is going to take home that victory in the chat, because I think it's going to be a great, great game for the history book. So, man, this is going to be super, super, super special to watch. And for any of my soccer fans out there who have been seeing this picture, who you got, Miles? Who do you got?
I'll go with Spain just because the way the Argentinian fans have been acting kind of crazy.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. Spain, I definitely want Spain to win. And if you guys have been seeing this right here, this has been a crazy, crazy coincidence that people have been deeming as
That is insane.
AI, but this actually did happen, and the chances of this happening were 1 in a trillion. But this is Lionel Messi, and this is the star-studded Spanish soccer player Lamine Yamal in his arms. But people were wondering, how did this photo shoot even happen with Lionel Messi and Lamine Yamal and his mother? But let's take a look at this. In late 2007, the Spanish newspaper Sport and UNICEF were producing a charity calendar featuring Barcelona players with babies. Yamal's parents entered him into a public raffle, and he was among the children randomly selected. Messi, then a shy 20-year-old rising star, happened to be the Barcelona player assigned to Lamine Yamal, who's now a Barcelona star and star for Spain. So you can see the photographer Joan Montfort captured Messi holding and gently bathing baby Lamine as his mother watched nearby. Nobody involved knew that the child would later join Barcelona, wear the iconic number 10, and become one of football's biggest stars. The photos remain largely forgotten until Yamal's rise brought them back in the spotlight. Now, nearly 2 decades later, that anonymous baby and the young footballer will lead Spain and Argentina against each other in the 2026 World Cup final. This is one of the
Insane.
This is one of the most insane sports meetups you can think, and this happening is just, I have no words, man. I still think the pictures are AI, but these pictures are 100% real, and this charity event did happen. And man, this is going to be a legendary matchup, a passing of the batons, if you will, from man one great player to hopefully another great player. So man, shout out to Spain, shout out to Argentina for making it this far into the final. But man, this picture right here is worth more than 1,000 words. So man, shout out to everybody on both sides. Hopefully we get some great soccer gameplay out of the Argentinians and Spaniards, man. So shout out to both sides for sure. Now, Miles, we got our BS or Bussin' food review segment, and shout out to all of my Asian food lovers in the house. This food item that we will put on the screen has been buzzing in the recent years in terms of food content. So if you guys are new to the show, this is our BS or Bussin' food review segment, and we show a food item on the screen, and we would like for you guys to put BS or bussin' in the chat. BS if you think that food item is trash and you want to trash it, or bussin' if you think you would like a piece of that food item. But we're going to give a huge shout out to the Asian food lovers out there, because we got a good one. We got a, drum roll please, cheesy potato Korean corn dog. So I know we got some Korean corn dog lovers in the chat for sure, for sure. Definitely a popular food out here. But let's take a look at these cheesy potato Korean corn dogs and see how they're made. And more importantly, see if you guys will put BS or bussin' in the chat. Now, the video doesn't have sound, so when I play it and you guys do not hear sound, your computer or phone is not glitching. It just does not have any sound associated with the video. So hope you guys, excuse me, enjoy the video right here, and please let us know if you think this is BS or if you think it is bussin'. So I'm gonna start it right here.
Damn.
Right here, chopping up the potatoes, smashing the potatoes with some seasoning, got some butter, hot dogs.
Oh, they put the butter right on the. Oh, wow.
And then they molded it, got your wet and dry batters, and drop that thing in the fryer. Let's run it back one more time.
Now, is that first bite just butter? Oh, butter and cheese. Okay.
It's
Gotcha.
cheese. It's cheese, not butter. I'm sorry. It's cheese, not butter.
Okay.
Cut the
Okay.
cheese, put it right there. Then they got the potato, wrapped it around.
Oh.
Definitely a good one, man. Definitely a good one.
Yeah, give me about 17.
These definitely look crazy. You can see the cheese pool right here. That's why I was like, wait, it's not butter. That's cheese.
That set it off right there. When you pull, you see that stretch of cheese. Oh my God.
Definitely an
Some
easy
garlic
treat.
on there.
Yeah, definitely an easy treat to make too, man. Just the hardest thing is the prep work, but you can see how simple it is right here, man. All you need to do is slice the potatoes, boil them, mash them, create your little mold, cut the glizzies, get the cheese, and just mold everything together on your wooden stick. Get your flour, your wet batter, your dry batter, and fry it up.
Yeah, that's definitely busting.
Let's see what they have. Oh, we got some bussins in the chat. We got some
Yeah.
bussins in the chat. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, they cheese would be a good idea too. Yeah, the cheese, the butter. The butter might be a little OD with the cheese, but
Yeah.
the cheese definitely a good idea for that cheese pull. But Miles, you ever had a Korean hot dog before?
Nah, but I like Korean food. I'm there.
Oh, Polo Kid said they sell one on Southside Boulevard, K-Bop. Oh, okay, yeah, K-Bop Kitchen, I think. If you ever want
Oh,
one in
bet.
Jacksonville, it's on Southside Boulevard by like Copeland's, by like the Publix back
Okay,
there.
I know. I'm gonna have to check in there.
Yeah, there's a couple of Korean restaurants over there as well. So yeah, they got the Korean corn dogs on deck. But man, that cheese pool looked insane. I definitely think this is one of the more popular BS or bustin' food review segments that we share with you
Yeah.
guys. Definitely one of the more safer ones for sure. It's not the seafood boiled pizza or lemon
That's still
pepper
kill.
lemon pepper pound cake
Yeah,
wings.
nah, get that out of here.
That was crazy.
But Polo Kid, I'm from Boston. You look at, I used to always make fun of my Cape Verdean friends. Like, nobody knows about you. You guys almost don't exist. But yeah, that's where the Cape Verdean women at. They bad. They
Oh
shined
yeah,
out the World Cup.
yeah, a lot of people got introduced to Cape Verde in the World Cup for sure, and they were trying to go on the map so fast to locate it, man, because they were in shambles all over my Twitter timeline. But I guess you from Boston, so you got that front row experience to
Yeah,
it.
that was our
Yeah,
hidden little secret. Now we're like, damn, they know now.
they know everybody's trying to catch that flight to Cape Verde, man.
My
But
first girlfriend was Cape Verdean.
I know Boston. That's definitely like the hub of Cape Verdeans.
Yeah.
Luckily, you told me that, so I knew from you, but I didn't know beforehand. But I knew that coming into this World Cup, so I was not surprised on the timeline. Was not
They showed
surprised.
out. Great fans. Great fans.
Great fans.
We just finished
sure.
BS or bussing. Oh.
James, you got to rank this BS or bussin'. So we got a cheesy Korean potato corn dog right here.
That's cheese now. You wrap it in the mashed potato. Oh no, what happened? Oh, there we go. You basically add garlic, fry it up, or whatever seasoning.
Why would they put mustard on it? That's the only thing that throws me off. But yeah, eat that all day. I love corn dogs. Yeah, I love cheese. The potato just gives it a little bit more of a pizzazz.
I like the potato part.
But I like potatoes and cheese.
Can't go wrong.
I mean, I think the only thing that they probably what I would have preferred is if they would have took like the like a mozzarella slice and like wrap the hot dog in the mozzarella slice and then put the potato over that. It would have made it a lot better.
But that is all I had on my end, James, for today's show. Any last words as we bring in the community give back weekend for my Florida residents?
Go to jcolemangivesback.com, register for a book bag. Please donate if you can. And outside of that, appreciate it. Everybody have a great weekend. Make it safe. Like and subscribe to the channel. And then go check out some of our interviews from ACC Media Days. I think it was a couple unique questions that were there that other people wouldn't have thought to ask. But outside of that, appreciate everybody for chopping it up with me. We will see you guys next time.